Hey, it's Amanda Chen, founder of Salty Paloma. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about business advice for the non-business minded. Today I want to talk about how to work with brands on Instagram. So before we even get started, I want you to think, why do you actually want to work with brands on Instagram and what is the real benefit of doing that? If it's just for aesthetics, you just want to have them on your CV and say, I work with these brands, you don't have to work with these brands on Instagram. You can just work with them by working with them. You can partner with them, you can make a product together, you can literally do anything. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to work with them specifically on Instagram to become successful. I have the unique experience of working on both sides, one as the content creator and working with the brand directly and putting together the actual content. On the other side, being a brand representative where I manage the talent of an influencer campaign and work directly with Instagram. With this full picture, I want to give you 3 things to consider if you want to work with brands on Instagram. One key term in media, especially on Instagram, is whitelisting. A lot of brands will ask for access to your account, mainly for analytical purposes, but actually what they want to do is boost your account for everyone else to see in their paid media programming. And the good thing about that is a lot more people are going to see this post, but you don't have control over who they're targeting, what kind of audience it is, and what the content is going to be. They might completely Photoshop your picture, and they might change all the copy, and there might be typos in it, and that might be really embarrassing. Your reputation is on the line when you work with a brand. The brand's reputation isn't on the line. They just have their own marketing goals, and you fulfill their marketing goals. So you have to be on the same page in the sense that that brand is amplifying your brand and your core values and what you believe in, and not the other way around. You also want to think about your existing audience and how they're going to feel. Are you going to stay authentic to them, or are they going to think like, oh no, you just sold out and we're not interested in that anymore, and maybe you're just not the type of person that we thought you were, and that is really challenging to maintain. So you really want to think about how far you're willing to go and what the price is for you to allow another brand to take full ownership of your profile and all the content that you have there. The next thing to consider is exclusivity. What that means is that you're only going to be talking about this one brand in a specific category. So for example, if you're a beauty blogger and you're working with this one beauty brand and they only want you to talk about this one brand for the next 6 months, that's going to be really hard for you because all you do is talk about beauty products. So how can you continuously talk about the same beauty product over and over again for the next 6 months? Like, that's really going to make you feel really inauthentic because you're not giving your audience your normal array of various types of beauty products. I would never be exclusive to just one spirit brand to make all of my cocktails because that would really limit the types of recipes I could make. So I can't sign up to that. But I can sign up to a weekly exclusivity or monthly exclusivity if I want to focus on one specific spirit and then turn it into a campaign. Then that makes a little bit more sense. And if that is something that you actually want to do, make sure you add in the price for the missed opportunities that you're going to lose by choosing to be exclusive to this one partner. At the end of the day, what you're producing with brands on Instagram is for their objective and not yours. So whatever you're creating, you must enjoy what you're creating. The whole point of working with a brand is that you're working with them, not for them. So you really want to realize what their objectives are and make sure that what they're asking of you actually is something you believe in. The last thing to consider is rights in perpetuity. So in any campaign that you work with, you're probably going to get a contract with terms and conditions. And a lot of brands are going to try to slip in the idea of rights in full perpetuity. That means that they have all rights to the content you create forever. For all of time, they can do whatever they want, and if there's photos of you, your face, your products, your surroundings, any of these things, they can Photoshop, change, mutilate, do whatever they want, and you need to really understand what that means for you and the reputation of yourself as a brand. So what you can always do is negotiate back and forth with this concept, because maybe the rights are not in full perpetuity. You can just say, I want to give the photos as is, and they cannot be edited or altered. It's very easy to just add in that next line break that they cannot be edited or altered. Once you allow for it to be edited and altered, they might stick it into case studies, they might add it into their own videos, and then things just might not make as much sense aesthetically to your content and creative direction as it is to theirs. So those are the 3 most important things to consider if you want to work with brands on Instagram. Whitelisting, whether or not you're going to give access to your channel. Exclusivity rights, whether or not you're going to work exclusively on that brand and no one else. And rights in perpetuity, whether or not you're going to give full ownership of your content that you're creating for these brands. So I hope this video was valuable to you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Let me know in the comment box below if you have any other questions about working with brands on Instagram. And as always, make sure to subscribe because I'll be launching another video for you next week. Bye for now.